Hi, everyone. There was a glitch right out of the gates. So the IT tells me that the Zoom link is working on my end. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, I'm going to put in announcements, a link of a meeting as it's already in progress, and that should do it. So make sure this will be a good opportunity for you to remember how crucial announcements are, because if anything changes, sometimes there's a broken link or, things aren't quite adding up. And I will rectify that in announcements. So you have to keep aware of any, glitches, which is kind of our modern landscape, as we go about, doing this all through technology. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly and go through a couple of things and bring your questions tomorrow at 2:30. Remember, I'm going to put an invitation in announcements. So see if you can get to that. Some of you did do that today, but it was too few of you. So we'll see if we can't, get this going together. In the meantime, get to work on your first assignment. We'll take a look at it right now. So in your, this is what the home page looks like to me. And then if I go to student view, I see what it looks like to you. And it looks pretty similar. At any rate, so what I just want to make clear to you is that when I go to your class, I just click on this and I make announcements. I add an announcement, and then I write in there what it is we need to do. If there's a new link or something like that, I'll usually change it on Canvas and then send you what you need to know. So make sure that you do understand announcements. So we're leaving that. And then, okay, so these are two classes. This class is online. So you don't have to come to Zoom meetings, but you can if you want to ask me something, or asking something is kind of helpful for everyone. In your on your homepage, you will see what the to-do, what the assignments, what the upcoming assignments are. But the best way to get the assignments is to go to modules and then look at what is due. So week one, A1 is the first assignment. So 300 words. And then you see that it's a discussion. Discussions are different than assignments, even though they're both worth 10 points. And discussions and assignments are worth 40% of your grade. Sorry, 30% of your grade, and then essays are averaged and they're worth 70% of your grade. So all the assignments are designed to help you become a better writer so that you can write those essays. So while it's important to get points, it's also important to recognize that the assignments are meant to help you practice writing and then practice different forms and types of paragraphs that you'll use in your essays. So it's not just kind of busy work to have you do the readings, it's also practice at the types of writing that you need to do for your essays. So it won't come as like a shock when the essays do, well, how do I go about it? Well, we're going to be doing it in segments the whole time as we lead up to the essays. In the meantime, we'll just be accumulating readings, and then you'll have choice about which readings you want to use for your, to kind of express yourself in your essay. So this is the first assignment is a discussion, and these are very casual. Read all of the words. You're just going to write about yourself. Please post pictures of pets and things, and it's just for fun, but also a chance to just get you writing without worrying about punctuation or getting it perfect, all that sort of thing. Here's sort of guidelines, and then if you just keep scrolling, you'll see what other people are writing. So you should be good to go. This link to the document is not anything you need to worry about. That's just the way that that's just for me not to worry. So again, modules is where you go to keep up with your work. And the second one, the second assignment is actually due Friday, and you can see it in the title. Submit is the same assignment, and look, I'm putting pictures, I'm writing a lot of instructions, and I'm really carefully wording them, so hopefully you will be reading them. And if you come across a link that doesn't work or something like that, just tell me which assignment it is or where it was. Usually there's so many versions of the information, it doesn't matter, but it's helpful to me if you notice that. So it's easy money. All you have to do is cut and paste onto a Google Doc and submit it that way. So just remember that your assignment is website URL, which means you're going to be putting a Google Doc on there. So make sure that you get your Google Docs up and running. And again, if you are having some trouble with that, you can go either to the syllabus. Well, let's go to the syllabus, and then you'll see at the beginning, here are some places to get assistance. Some have appointments, some not. Canvas support. You can even call them on the phone if you're having trouble getting it up and running. And then you can also share with other students in this class the way that you got your ducks in a row. Now, there are also very detailed instructions on how to get Google Docs going. On Canvas, you have to enable Google Docs, and it says go to account user settings. So I've gone to some trouble to actually kind of outline the steps. But the thing that holds up most students eventually is they're not sharing it correctly. In the top right of Google Documents, there'll be like a blue box, a rectangle, and you have to do the share, and it has to be share. Anyone can edit. That might sound kind of like the Wild West, but it doesn't matter. It's just anyone can edit. And then you have to either share it with SBCC, and most of my Google Docs that I'm sharing with you are share with anyone. So I don't have any secrets. Share with anyone on the internet, and that should work, and it has to be ready to be edited. So that's usually the glitch that happens, is in the sharing. So make sure you read the instructions. It's the biggest hurdle you're going to have, because since we're not in class together, and we don't even really have Zoom meetings together, this is an asynchronous, which means people work at their own pace, but hopefully we can come together a little bit weekly and kind of see how people are doing and what's the technology situation, especially at first. Also, let me just tell you, when there's a glitch in technology, at this point, we just have to say, that's how this goes at this point. And don't get discouraged. Don't let it make you do your assignment late. Just keep asking questions. That's what I do as we go, and it sorts itself out. And it's been working great the past couple semesters, but not without little glitches along the way. So try not to let that make you nuts. Okay, so there's more to discuss, but I don't want to overwhelm you. How about this? To do your assignments, go to modules. The first module has resources like crazy. How to submit a Google Doc on Canvas. There you go. Guidelines for discussions. How to do a summary. These are just documents that I've made that give you step-by-step instructions with examples of how you can do these essential skills. Okay, here, the units are your assignments. So you go to the units, and then there's usually a page at the top, which is a to-do list. But where I want you to click on is the actual assignment itself, where it will either be a little page or a little discussion symbol. And then you can submit your assignments through there. Okay, so, and then that just proceeds weekly, and the assignments are open about a week before they're due, and often 2 or 3 weeks before they're due. But just a quick tip for everybody, you can kind of peruse, which means to sort of skim and see what sort of things are due. You can just go, oh, I see how this is going. After we do these exercises, we're going to write an essay based on 1 reading, then we're going to incorporate 2 readings into the same essay, and then we're going to do a little research paper, and then we're going to wrap it up with some reflections on the book stretch. But if you look further down, if you want to see what the exact instructions of the first essay are, you can look at the instructions. It's no problem. Or essay 2. So you can get the jump on any of this if you are so inclined. Now, the instructions and the assignments are designed to help you do that in a kind of a logical and systematic way, so you won't be overwhelmed. But you can always look ahead and go, now what? And the more you become comfortable with momentary fluster and confusion, and I'm not sure how to do this, that's totally normal. Of course you don't. So you've got to look at it again, read the instructions, look at some other students. I have lots of student work on here. How did they address it? Again, it's not a math formula, so there is a little bit more individuation of how you complete the assignments, but there is sort of a method to academic writing, which is to accurately represent a text or a talk or a book or a film in such a way that you can very cogently enter the academic conversation. So I'm always saying that, the academic conversation. So anyway, you can look down, here's all the readings and more than enough, the ones that are assigned and then plus some that you might want to incorporate into your research paper. And then example essays. So the modules walk you through your assignments, and then they have all sorts of materials to help you. It's just a matter of whether you want to avail yourselves of that. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to bring your questions, and I'll send you a link, put it on announcements. So that will be your kind of quiz for the day, is can you access announcements? I put a different, I redid the link on the navigation bar, and I've been told it works fine, but we will have to try 2 methods at once. And that's how we're going to get around it. All right, I will see you tomorrow at 2:30. Okay, sounds good. Good luck. Get to work on your about you discussion assignment.